Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Namparman ki jai. Hare Krishna. So, we will speak today about Ranganaji's flower festival. So, during the summer, in Srirangam will be very, very hot. Very hot it is. So, all the walls will become heat. From the stone walls, like a heat radiation will be coming inside the temple. So at that time, in order to make the Lord very cool and comfortable, so they will bring Namparmal outside. There is a place called Manalveli in the eastern side, in the fourth enclosure, near to the Chandra Pushkarani and Kodanda Ramasamy temple. There is a huge open area filled with sand. In that there is one particular mandap is there, that is called Manalveli 4-pillar mandapa. In that pillar mandapa, Ranganaji will be coming to the Namparmal will come there. Then whole area, the whole sand they will sprinkle full of water to make it very cool, and they will decorate it full with different flowers and banana trees. This way they decorate very nicely. Then Namparmal will come there. Then on the Namparmal's body they will apply very fresh chandan in his chest, very cool chandan they will apply in his chest, and they will apply two very soft flower garlands for the Lord, and openly they will dress for the Lord Namparmal. You can see that. Just sometime they will cover the Lord with a cloth there, very small cloth, and they will dress the Lord with a very special flower dress. That is called 105.Poochatru. 105.Poochatru. Generally, Ranganaji's garlands are made by the brahmacharis. Generally, the brahmacharis only they make garlands for the Lord. They call as ekanti. So there is one particular garden called as Madhurakavi Nandavanam. It is in the banks of South Kaveri near to Amma Mandapam. There is a garden. There is one great devotee, maybe 100-150 years back. So his name was Madhurakavi. This person, he sold all his properties, everything, and he purchased some land there. Still now the land is there. Then he remained his life for simply serving Namparmal with flowers. So he used to make so many flower gardens inside. Then with that garland, he will make garlands for the Lord. With that flowers, he will make garlands for the Lord. And he will make every day, the regular standard is one soft mala for the Lord inside Namparmal. That will be very soft for the Lord's skin. So that soft mala will be inside, and outside they will make a thick mala. This is the standard. And these garlands are stringed with not with a thread or rope or anything, only with a banana stem. With that they will make threads with banana creepers. With that only they will string the garlands. And those who make the garlands, they are all only brahmacharis. The brahmacharis will stay. Brahmacharis are allowed to stay in that place. Others also can go and help the in the stringing garland. But mainly the main garland, most of the things are done by brahmacharis. So and that also there is some limitation, some rules are there. Which day, which festival to want for the Lord, and how much length it should be. Everything is very systematically. How Ramanujacharya made, same way. For example, if it is a Chaitra Masa festival, Ranganaji coming on a Chaitra Rath, then this garland should be this much. If it is Janmashtami day, the Namparmal will be here, a pink color garland, and then some parrots will be there, pink and parrot. This garland means, this many parrot means this is Janmashtami garland. Just by seeing the garland, we can say that where the Lord is going today. Today Lord is going to this place, that kind of garland. So like that, everything is very specified, specifically organized by Ramanujacharya. That same thing was followed still. That was this Madhurakavi, this great devotee Madhurakavi. He is in his own land. He made the whole land was given for the pleasure of Lord. So they will string many types of garland. And every day one brahmachari will bring the garland to Ranganaji's temple That garland only they will wear to Ranganath and Lakshmi Devi. And when they remove the garland, that garland goes to, there is a system that big garland should go to the elephant, the small garland should be given to the cow, and some garland will go to the Sri Devi and Bhudevi, some garland will go to Lakshmi Devi, and like that every garland is calculated. So there is some special flowers called Chambaga flowers, Manoranjidam, different flowers, jasmine flowers. On that one particular flower is called as Padiripu. Padiripu, it is not there, nowhere it is there in the world itself. It's a black color of flower. That Padiri flower, that will be only used for Namparmal only. That will give a very special cool effect itself. Therefore, they will not give that prasad also, they will not give that seed or anything to anyone. That is only for Sri Ranganath. Padiripu. I have only seen in Sri Rangam only that black color flower. It is give very cool for the Lord itself. So such a kind of flowers, they will make a dress for the Lord. And the dress, they have some kind of a cot, like a rectangular frame. In that they tie 7 feet width, 4 feet length, 7 feet length and 4 feet width. In that they will tie with 7 different banana creepers they tie. In that they will make jasmine flowers line. Then they will make a special flower, green color leaf called marigold. With a leaf they tie for a good fragrance, and the edges will be with the tulsi leaves. On that different 6 varieties of flowers will they tie, and they will make like a very big dress, like a flower dress for the Lord. And that dress, before wearing this dress, they'll cover the Lord with a very wet, white, pure cloth with the fleece sprinkled with rose water and sandalwood paste. That cloth they will cover the Lord, number one. His golden body will be covered with this cloth. On the top of this cloth, they will cover with full of, like a pillow, like a huge pillow. So many flowers they cover the Lord. On the top, final covering will be with the flower dress. On the top, finally they will cover the Lord with this flower dress. On that, sometime it will be written Sri, sometime different decoration, and they will wear this for the Lord, and they will tie it very nicely. It's like a look like a Lord, look like a very ball, like behind, and front Lord will be staying with a Abhay Hasta, very beautiful, and the Lord's body will be sprinkled with this rose water and this what do you call that, kungumapu, saffron, sandalwood paste. These all things will be sprinkled all around, and Lord will stay in that mandapam. That mandapam is called Poochatru mandapam, 4-pillar mandapam. So Lord will 2 hours, the carriers will carry the Lord, 2 hours. It will be very heavy with so much flowers and all. 2 hours the Lord will stand there, and the people, those who are carriers, for them it is the most difficult time itself, because they have to carry constantly for 2 hours. They can't move an inch like that. But now and then they can change, the people will change, they will hold. So after the end of the, it will be there for 10 days, this festival will be there. This festival is called Poochatru. At the end of the festival, we can see those carriers, they will have a red color like a cricket ball here on the shoulders for carrying the Lord for long time, 2 hours like that. So this way this festival happen in a Poochatru festival will happen for Ranganaji. And it is said Ramanujacharya used to give class in sitting in that mandapam itself. So when once Ramanujacharya was giving class, particularly about flowers, so he was glorifying one particular song. It is called Olivil Kalamellam. It is about Lord Balaji of Tirupati. Then suddenly that there is a word, Sindhu Poo Magidum Tiruvengadam, something like that. Then Ramanujacharya remembering about Lord Balaji, how Balaji likes flower. Then there is not so much flowers is been offered to Lord Balaji. Suddenly tears came in the eyes of Ramanujacharya itself. Then only Ramanujacharya asked, is there anyone among my disciples who is ready to go to Tirupati and render flower service to Lord Balaji? That time in that flower mandapa only, there only the Anandacharya was sitting, and he told, my dear Guru Maharaj, if it is your wish, then I will go, I will do this service for you, for your pleasure. So that is also happened in this Poochatru mandapam, which is in the Manalveli, which is near to the Pattabhiram temple. Pattabhiram, opposite to Pattabhiram only this 4-pillar mandap is there. And Behind this Pattabhiram, behind this Poochatru Mandapa, we can see the Kodandara Swami temple and Andal temple and Vaikundanath temple. That is the place where at the Ramanujacharya's time this Vaikunta Ekadashi festivals used to be happen. And behind that, there is the place where this Tondaredipudi Alvar, Vipranarayana, he used to have his garden for the pleasure of Namparmal. He used to make different flower garden, used to grow different flowers and tulsi, and he used to string garlands for the Lord. So that time only, when Tirumangayalvar was constructing that compound wall for the temple, he seen that Tirumangayalvar's garden was like an obstacle to his compound wall. But Tirumangayalvar told, my compound wall is not a protection for Lord, but whereas Tondaredipudi Alvar, your devotion is protection for the Lord, saying that he changed his compound wall in a different direction itself, without disturbing the devotee. Tondaredipudi Alvar became very pleased with Tirumangayalvar. So these all things happened in that near to that flower mandapa. So in Srirangam, different timings, in order to remove different kinds of lobha, means scarcity or some dosha, they will offer different sevas. Just like that, if in any flowers they offer to the Lord, in that flower sometimes they offer some smellless flower, fragranceless flower. And it is said that while making the garland, they will chant some slogas and prayers of the Lord, then they will give the garland to the Lord. When the Lord will wear the garland, Lord will feel so comfortable itself. So sometimes if you buy the flower from market, they will be scolding, chastising, and they will string the garland. So then that flower will give pain to the Lord itself. So in that way, some dosha, some bad effects, something may happen. In order to remove that dosha, say this flower festival is happened. While offering in the 365 days, they offer flowers. So in that flower, if some dosha, something happen, then they will do this Poochatru flower festival, and that will remove all the offenses created by offering these bad flowers. Similarly for Srirangam, if in the water some dosha is happened, by serving water something contamination, something is happened to Lord, then they will do, and the Jeshta Masa, Jeshta Abhisheka, a special Abhisheka. In that 1,000 pots of water is offered to the Lord. So in that way they remove any offenses done in the water. And in food, offering any dosha happen, then for that they do a Tirupavadai, Annakud, just like Annakud. The next day of the Jeshta Abhisheka, they will offer huge, like a mountain like Bhoga to Ranganath. That is to remove the dosha in the food offering. And similarly, any flower, any worship in the puja, if there is some any dosha, for that they do a Kaishika Ekadashi. In that Kaishika Ekadashi day, they do Pavitrotsava. In the Pavitrotsava, they will cover the Lord with full of different sacred thread, and they do different artis, and they remove the dosha created by the puja. And similarly, if there is some other doshas happened during the Dolotsava, something festival dosha, for that they will do a Julan Yatra for the Lord. And similarly, while the dressing in the clothes, something dosha is happened, for that they will do Kaishika Ekadashi. Kaishika Ekadashi day, in one day they offer 365 dresses for the Lord, just to remove any doshas happened any offenses happened in the dressing. And similarly, if any Ardi time any dosha happened, in order to remove that Ardi dosha or any, that also they will do in the Kaishika Ekadashi day, they do 365 Ardis also for the Lord. Similarly, if any dosha with any offenses happened through the fire, for that offense they will do this Kartika Utsavam. During the Kartik they will light a big chokkapani, big fire lamp. Also the Kartika, very big festival they celebrate. In this way, they remove the offenses created by the fire. And also they do any Veda Parayana or Purana reading. In that some offense happened. To remove that offenses, Ramacharya made this Adhyayana Utsavam, this 20 days festival of Shravan for the pleasure of Lord. So this way Ramanujacharya, he wanted everything to be first class for the Lord. Without any offense. They never consider Lord as a deity. Namparmal as a person there, personally living there. So carefully the Acharyas made all the systems to make the Lord very comfortable. When the Lord is very comfortable, the whole world will be comfortable. That we can practically see in the flower festival time. It is during the summer time. It will be very hot. Suddenly, we can, when the pujaris will offer that flower dress for cooling the Lord, suddenly a wind breeze will come in the whole Srirangam. Suddenly the whole Srirangam will be cooled totally. That many devotees experience that. Once like that, when they are trying to do some festival for the Lord, suddenly whole Srirangam, it was covered with fog. In the middle of the summer, suddenly the fog came, full fog in the whole Srirangam. Yasmin tushte jagat tushte. When the Namparmal is happy, the whole world is happy itself. Shri Namparmal ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.